Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name is Kirsten, this is When I Art and Craft, and today we are doing my Circus Envelope Journal. Now the envelopes in here that I decided to make it the cover of, and I've used this batik fabric that I've had kicking around for a while and I really like it, but it's also very bright, so I've never really found the right thing to use it for. But I just thought it would go well with this circus journal. So that's going to be the cover. I've just stuck it down at the moment. I need to take a couple of, do some sewing around it. But I'm not going to do that just this second because I'm nowhere near ready for sewing in the signatures yet. And I want to decorate the cover, though I might do that after I've sewn in the signatures. It is so hot here. I'm really struggling even to breathe, and I can't see very well because of the heat. So what I might do, I've had to switch off the fan while I'm filming. What I might do is I might switch the fan back on at some point, and if the fan's very noisy I'll put the rest of the video just to music. And I apologise if you're one of the people that doesn't like the music, but I can't do a whole video with it being silent. I've got a couple of these bits of fabric left over, so they'll work for tabs, for tags and other things I might end up using them for. Here is my signatures, my 3 signatures. That's not the first one, that's not the first one, that's the first one. So the first one we flip out this way. I've already put in this wee tuck. I'll show you my ephemera in a wee second. And then I've put in a CD wallet here, and there's another envelope with this tuck, and then there's a tuck in this envelope as well. Some of the envelopes, this was a, but I just changed it into, oh no, this one was a square envelope. There's a couple I've changed an envelope that was kind of more down into a square, but that one was a square envelope. These are the envelopes that, I don't know if it was part of the bit I fast forwarded to the last video. I had a whole batch of brand new envelopes that I'd bought for invitations, but they were all cut peculiar and they weren't nice to use for invitations, so I didn't use them. And I thought, okay, I'll use them in my craft room. See, covering these envelopes, it's been a bit of a nightmare because there isn't a single, look, there isn't a single straight line, look. See, straight along the top there, and then look at it down here. Anyway, we got there in the end. And actually, now I don't mind all these things, but it was a bit of a to actually do it. There's a tuck, a pocket in there, and there's a pocket in there, and then this flips out as well, and there's a pocket in there. So flip that back, flip that back, flip that over, and that's the centre of that one. No, there isn't anything else on that back page. I think there's quite enough on the middle page. There is this, which goes in there, and that's that gusseted pocket. I've already clipped that on because I think I might use that as a tuck there. And then there's a nice big pocket here. So that's the first signature. This is the second signature. It starts with this kind of strange page because it was an envelope here, and that's the envelope, this back envelope. And I kind of wanted to have them staggered. See, that's one envelope there and one envelope there. But then I ended up with this kind of strange, but I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Because I think I need to put something in there that kind of just kind of sings out that bit. Originally I was going to put one bit of paper there and another bit of paper there, but I thought that would be better just doing it all in a one like that. So open that up, and then that flips up, and that's an envelope there. Then we flip this over, an envelope there. Then we've got an envelope, kind of tuck spot in there. Then flip this up, there's another one in there, and I've just loosened that by going, well, it was already loosened a bit, but I've just made it worse. So let me just put a wee bead of glue along there. And stick that down. I love these papers. I'm going to leave that up just so that it doesn't sit closed. And then there's a tuck, a flip out here with another envelope there. Then we've got this nice, oh, I thought it, yes, it does open that way. This nice 2 window envelope that I want to do something with. Then we've got this lovely big back page to do something with. A big pocket there. I'm saying it's a big pocket, it is a big pocket, but it actually only goes down to this depth because I didn't want it going all the way down, because then the chances are you end up with a very bulky spine bit. Then I've got this page, and that's just a tuck this time. And we've got the pocket of the envelope there. So there's quite a few big bits in this centre signature, which was purposeful, because there's some smaller bits as well, and there's lots of flips and things. But then I think you need some big spaces when you've got all those lots of flipsy things. And then this is the final signature. There's this, that just goes in there. This was an envelope. I can't remember why I decided not to make this the whole, but I decided I was just going to have it part, because you do. And then there's this here. So this line here, that was the kind of line that was here that I put the belly band over, so you disguise it, so it'll probably be another belly band goes over there. And then we've got another window envelope in there. It wasn't till after this was all stuck on I noticed that it has lighter there, but I can just stick something over that bit. I'm not that bothered. Then we've got a nice big pocket here, and then I love this paper, and I just thought I'm going to use the same paper on this. This is a glassine bag. It's just, I love these, the long straight, the longness of it. Oh yes, there must be one of these still downstairs. Never mind. You'll see that in the final flip through. I didn't realise that hadn't brought them all upstairs. And then there's a pocket on the back there. Now that's a wee shallow pocket, but that's okay. I don't think any of this is a pocket, is it? No. Just pick that up again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can just do a wee. There we go. Oops. Oops. That wasn't very smart, was it? There we go. That often happens when you're doing these kind of pages, that there's a wee bit somewhere that hasn't stuck down or gets loosened, just because it does. So that's my signatures, apart from there's a page missing that's downstairs. And what I want to do is, I think I want to decide, well, I'll show you the bits and pieces I've got if you haven't already seen these out the corner. I discovered I had some party hats, and these, that one maybe less so, but these three have these. That one is definitely a circus tent. That one probably is. That one's kind of maybe less. But I did wonder. The only trouble is this one and that one. They're very white, so it might be this one I end up using somehow. I did fold that one. That one there, I folded in half to see whether it would work as a, you know, like a pocket on there. But it really is too. See, and because this pom-pom is sticking out the bottom, I think I'd rather the pom-pom stuck out the top, and then maybe it was a tuck. Let me bring that down here. I think I'd rather it stuck out the top than out the bottom. And then it could be a tuck, and it could even be a double tuck. You've got one tuck there and one tuck there. Or I cut it, maybe because it's so thick, I cut it and it's just a single tuck. But then I've got bits left over that I could then make another tuck or something. I don't know. It probably make more sense if it was folded that way. Now these holes where the elastic is gone through. So I need to think about how to cover them up. I might not end up using it, I don't know. It's just that when I saw it, I thought, oh, I should take, see, I could just do a smaller bit like that, you know, just using the bit that's not, and then I've just got a tuck there. That looks less circusy now though. Well, as I think that would still probably look circusy, but it's still very white. And because it's kind of got the shiny stuff, I don't know how well. See, that one still looks kind of circusy, interesting. That one looks more circusy when it's flat then on the circus paper. And what I should do is I should take a little bit here. Let's use, oh, that's black, that's not what I wanted. Oh, crash. Let's use archival because the distress will definitely just keep wiping off. Let's just archival this and see if it will stay on. I'll leave it for a wee while to settle and see if it will stay on. And if it does, then I have got other colours I could archival with, although I quite like that, to tell you the truth. That's sepia. Right, let's leave that one there just now, and we'll see what happens with that. I have found, just when I was going through looking for something else totally different, looking for stuff for the ABC JLC yesterday, I did find these, The Greatest Show on Earth. This isn't quite right, but I quite like the Greatest Show on Earth. The images aren't quite right. And then here we've got tickets that I actually thought if I back that, they would make quite good, and I might even use them. Well, I'm saying I might even use them. I think I probably will use them. So I need to back these so that they can be used, and I think I'm going to cut out that. I just don't know quite how I deal with that bit that's hanging down there. Let's just have a look and see. Let's cut him straight up. It's the wrong aesthetic for what this is like. I mean, even this looks more kind of pavilion-y. No, doesn't look like a circus really. I do love these trapeze artists, but they're just, as I say, they're not right for the rest of it. But this banner is quite fun. It might be too big, that might be the issue, but I might be able to get it across the centre. Have a look at my centre ones, couldn't I? It might go across my centre ones. I'm getting so hot. I have sweat running into my eye. I'm just sitting here, and that's how hot and sweaty I am. I'm sure you really wanted to know that, didn't you? Right, so do I leave the Piazzly up there so that it's showing Astley? So it's showing like it's his circus, which it obviously is. Oh, see, that's interesting because that goes down in the middle. Ah. So, where would that start going down? That would start going down almost straight away there, wouldn't it? So let's just take that down. And then we've got these scissors aren't really good for delicate stuff like this, for, you know, fiddly stuff, because they're quite stiff. They're relatively new. I thought them because I love my Fiscus. That's my big Fiscus. I've got pinchy Fiscus scissors downstairs, but I wanted something with a slightly bigger blade. But they're very stiff. I'll keep on hoping that they're going to loosen up again because they're beautiful cutting blade on them. They cut really well, they're just not easy to handle. Right, see, could maybe put that across. That's a centrepiece, see, maybe put that across there. Well, that'd be quite good and cool across there actually, wouldn't it? Especially as it would still show when that flap was shut. So I don't know if it will go there, but that's so I've got that. I need to stick those on. I'll do that in a second. Some stenciling on some of these pages. I've got this stencil which is Tattered Harlequin by Indigo Blue. And I've also got some stars. That's a generic one. But actually, that might be quite cool. It's not really, in one sense, it's not really circusy, but then I wasn't going to buy new stuff. Probably worked quite good. That's kind of got a circusy feel to it, that one. Right, well, we've got a selection then, haven't we? So this one, if you're interested in this one, I'll just put it in the back of this red so you can see it. This is a Stencil Girl one, and it's got Shaw and M180 down in that corner. So Shaw is probably the designer, and it's M, I think that M stands for Mini 180, if you're interested in that. So I've got some stencils there I might use. I have a stamp that's Harlequin as well, but maybe not use that at the moment. We'll see how we get on. So let me start. I'm going to start by sticking these on some backing. Right, let's have a look then. What might we do? Let's work it just on one signature. At the moment, chiefly I'm looking at where I might put some stenciling, I think. See, this feels like it needs something on it. We could put some of these sparkly stars on it, couldn't we? This is, wait, I'll take it out and then you'll be able to see maybe. Oh, it doesn't seem to have a name. It's one of the layering stencils. It's THS 188. Now I'm thinking we maybe need to get out the gold. I haven't got these labelled on the top of them. There we go. The gold glacial paste for this. Now once I've done this one, let's take that out of there. Once I've done this one, I can't do anything else on these. I need to put this to dry. Right, I don't know how that's better. Didn't have it set on and actually doing anything then. Right, I'm going to have to leave this to dry and kind of do anything on the rest of these 4 pages, but that's okay. Let's just put some starry sparkle on here. There you go. Look at that. I'm going to put that over there to dry and put away that. Who knows, I might have it back out again. Who knows indeed. Who knows? Oh, go in. There you go. I might have that. In fact, I won't put that away in case I decide I want more starry stars on some. In fact, do you know what? I do want more starry stars on something. I'm just looking at them and thinking they're really cool. So let me put that on up there. Let's put one lot of starry stars on each signature. So that was the first signature. Let's not put that one on the front page this time. Let's put it on, actually it might be quite nice on that page, mightn't it? Don't want it on that page. It's good, it'd be better on a darker page, I think. Or I could put it out of here on the... No, I think I'm going to put it on this. Let's put it on. I should still wipe this down first, shouldn't I? Otherwise I might end up getting some stuff that's, when I picked it up, it went on the inside of it. Right, let's just see. Oh no, the back's looking, oh no, see, there's a bit there that's not clean, and that's why you can't really put it down again without giving it a wipe. And actually now it's all coming. Oh, right, I'm going to go, look, I'm going to have glacial paste everywhere now. Right, okay, I'm going to go and wash this because it's the only way to actually get rid of the stuff. That glitter, glacial paste gets everywhere, and it's glitter, and wonderful glitterness. Let's use this bit that's a wee bit higher up and got weird sparkles on, I think. I could use this bit down here, but that's too much. I just want a little bit of, oops, a little bit of, right, I'll need to leave that one to dry as well. I'm going to run out of places to leave these to dry, aren't I? I do have drying racks, but of course they're not out. The final, so we've got that one. Oh, that was actually that's the final one that has the missing bit. 1, 2, where's the other signature here? It's here. Oh, you see now, I'm sitting here thinking I can just use the bottom section, but then this is the one with the big pages. This is inside, so, but these are sparkles rather than, that's, no, not feeling it on any of these pages. Oh, that one though might be quite cool, sparkled up. I think we're going to sparkle up this one because we've got that shaft of light, so we could put sparkles in that shaft of light. In fact, I might actually put the stencil that way so that it's in the shaft. And we'll just put some sparkles in here. Just kind of general ones. Like they're coming down with the shaft of light. Look at that. Love it. Love it. It's like motes, but they're sparkly motes rather than messy ones. I made a bit of a mess down here, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, so that one needs to go and dry somewhere as well. Let's put the gold glacial paste away and go wash these things. Let's have a look. Let's go back to the first signature again and look at one of the other pages, sets of pages on it, because that's, so we could put some of this on. Now, do we maybe do this with, see, that's something like that on there might be quite cool, because that's very, mean, it's using the same papers, but it's a kind of plain a bit of the paper. So something like that on there will just bring it to life a bit. Actually, I could heat emboss, couldn't I? Shall we heat emboss? Oh, I'm going to insert a picture here so you can see my new cabinet for my... I've got lots of shadows going on because it's dark. It's in the evening here. Now, what might we use? The advantages of this lovely new cabinet that you're now looking at is that I can see bits that maybe I haven't used for a while. I was considering going to the bottom where my mixed media powders, and at the end of it is there's copper tinsel, but I'm not convinced that I want copper tinsel on that. See, I don't know what baked velvet is. I don't know if that means they end up like with a velvet texture. Shall we do some experimenting and see? Let's not put them on there till we've seen what it's like. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it, Kirsten? Let's get a scrap bit of paper. This is a stamp use one, and I ordered a stamp, and I could at the same time I could have a. I don't need me to do much of this. Let's just do that bit there. And at the same time, oh, and let's just do this bit up here as well. At the same time, I could do, as I ordered the stamp, I could order one of these embosses. So I did, as you do when you're told you can have something free. Right, let's see what this is like. I'll put this one down here. Oh, it's got some little bits in it as well. Right, and let's just get another bit of paper, and we'll pour that way. Of course, in this heat, could be a case of I could normally do this without this being an issue, but in this heat it might be an issue. I might take too long, especially with the fan on me. And then let's just try this golden sand. Oh no, it's still there. I think it's quite gritty though. It's probably not going to give me a very clean image. And I think I probably need a clean image for it. Let's heat it up and see where we get to. Now I've done this on different paper, so clearly it will have a different result. But this is lovely. I love this because this has got all different shades of green in it, and that golden sand is really quite lush. But I've lost the whole design because parts of it are. That's going to be fabulous on the right thing. But this is lovely, but I still think it's the wrong colour for this. I was going to put it on there, wasn't I? Actually, it might not be the wrong colour. Certainly better than the blue or the greeny blue. I could put it on. I've got greeny blue. Put it on somewhere else where there is some greeny blue. Maybe on that. Put that on the back of that. That's green, that's blue, that's blue. Oh, we could put it on this. Oh, let's put it on here. Because we're just playing. Let's use this bit of the stencil. Don't want to use the bit that's going. Let's just see if we can do this section here. I don't want to get it caught underneath these bits that are folded over. So let's just see if we can do this flap bit. Is that it all? Yep. Let's take that off. Put it on there. That is the sticky one, isn't it? And we're going to go for the lime Or shall we risk going for one of the other colours? Let's risk going for the Aegean Sea. Seeing. Oh, seeing. Yeah, okay, Kirsten. Seeing it's we might as well just go for it. We might as well. Ooh, that's going to be cool if it comes right, isn't it? It is a bit glazy, as in I can still see through it, like you can still see through the writing here. It's not quite all done. I'm just going to do a more gentle one just so I can get that. That's better. Just finish it off. It's not quite, some parts of it weren't quite melted because my hand is getting hot. Oh, I like that. It's not as see-through as this one, but that might be just because it's got the blue behind it and you can't see what's through it. I have warped the envelope though, which I knew was a risk because I've got all these layers of glue and paper. But I like that. Let's leave that to dry for a minute before we flip that. So that was the first signature. Let's find something on the second signature to put that on. See, that could go down here, couldn't it? Or where else could it go? No. Not sure if I want it on anything else in here. I can put a bit, no, see, I don't want it. I think I'm going to put it on here. Let's turn it so it's a different angle. Let's turn it that way. Let's remove it from the other bits. I'm going to put it down in this corner. Am I going to put it down this corner? I'm going to put it along. Oh, do I put it in that bit there? And then that bit there has a bit of... Or do I put it on this back page actually? I'm now thinking, let's see this bit down here. I'm going to put it in this bit down here. Because this bit down here is a wee kind of extra bit, so actually giving this some identity would be quite cool, wouldn't it? We want to put that one actually would go quite well on there, so let's just put this one on here. I do like these. I bet they're not available in this country. A lot of Fifth Apta stuff you need to import or get second hand from somebody else who's imported it or been gifted it from somebody abroad. But even getting it second hand is so difficult. I have a notification thing set up on eBay, and it doesn't go off very often, and when it does go off it's usually something I've already got, because it's something that was available, one of the few things that were available in this country. Right, let's heat this up. Let's just keep it low this time, and maybe it won't buckle as much. So this is Seth Apter's Baked Velvet. This colour that I'm using is the lime. Yep, doesn't have a number or anything. Well, it's got a barcode, but I don't think that necessarily help you find it somewhere. I think you just want to look for baked velvet, and this one is the lime. The other one I used was the G&C, which was a lovely colour as well. But I'm going to actually, just so that I know, love this golden sand. That's something else. Let's just put, well, in fact, let's just put that down like that. And put some dusk. Dusk is the one we didn't use. Let's just put a wee bit on there. And that's me just, as you saw, I was just pressing that down on the other side where the, so it's not going to necessarily have much of a pattern on it. And what's really interesting, I suppose it's because it's slightly bigger tubs maybe. It's not making the mess that it normally does. Right, let's... This looks a nice colour as well, doesn't it? Yeah, it's that kind of glaze. I like that. There's sometimes when you want the solid, but mostly I think the glaze just has a nicer effect, because it doesn't then, it adds something without dominating. Oh yeah, that's a nice colour as well. I just thought I'd do the other one, because then I know what the three colours are like, and you can see what the three colours are like as well. Really crisp at this stage. Okay, love that, love that. That's just giving a nice bit of interest on that bit of page. Actually, I can feel there's a bit gritty on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a clear up. So we could use a stencil, a Harlequin one, or we could use this one. And where have we got to? Right. This one obviously is now cooled down. I'm not sure I want the Harlequin on any of these pages, but of course I don't have the third page of this one. So, well, I don't know if the stars, would the stars go in that one? So it's the third page which I don't currently have, so that's not the one to make a decision on. Now, shall we use ink this time? 3 types of stenciling. That means I'll have shown you stenciling with powders, embossing powders, stenciling with paste, gradual paste, and stenciling with ink. I think I want to have it using a permanent colour. Oh, should we go for teal? I've got this beautiful teal Zeal from Memento Luxe. Should we use that? It's kind of almost the colour of those stars, isn't it? Let's just get a brush that's going to do the job. And I think once I've done this, I might call it a day. I was going to do some more, but boy is it hot. Boy is it hot. There's the third, fourth. Oh, I can't even remember now. Can't even remember now. Brain is so befuddled-doddled. Right. Okay. Lovely car. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And we're just going to lightly do kind of, I don't really want it down onto the tent. I just want it kind of as a background. And these, and maybe a bit up on those as well, like that. Yes, just like that. I like that. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's just get that off there, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be using that colour next time. On the next page, where's my wipes gone? Let's get this off as quickly as possible. Or maybe on this actually, because you've got this very plain background here, haven't we? So let's put it on here. Do we want to use that? I see I'm more tempted to go towards purpley. Archival Dusty Concord here. That'll be quite a good colour. Quite a good match for that pink purple up the top there, I think. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that's going to be quite okay. Going in there like that. That's round like that. Oh, we've ended up with these two right next to each other, but that doesn't matter. I might add more bits and pieces, because I think actually some of these big pages, see, that might be nice to have something on that page. So I might add some more bits to that, but I need to use that on the second signature somewhere. And I'm just wondering now, I want to make something, because I haven't made anything. Shall we make something for this pocket? Oh, actually we could use this one. That one would go quite well in there. Let's Right, I'm going to back him onto a thicker bit of card. I'm going to do something else with him. I'm not sure if this one wants a bit of paper at all, a bit of fabric at all. I might do something with this. I want to do some words. So I'm going to do some words. I'll just do them with the typewriter, I think. I'll maybe print out a bit of this and a bit of the blue with the triangles, although the blue with the triangles isn't as kind of... certainly print out a bit of the red, maybe print out a bit of the blue. I want something kind of a neutrally background. Yeah, I thought I was going to get more done today, but it's just, as I say, it's too hot. You don't want to hear me complain about the heat. I'm going to say thank you so much. If you stuck to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of madness. See you soon. I'll be back with another video very soon. This wasn't an awful lot of content, but you just get 3 ways of stenciling. I think that's what I think we'll title this video. 3 ways of stenciling, like you didn't already know how to do all 3 of them anyway. You take care. See you soon. Bye for now. Keep crafting.